in Gilgil, where our reporter Serafina Robbie is now going to give us some sneak preview as to the arrangements that are taking place there. Serafina Robbie, what do you have for us this morning? I know it's a beautiful morning down there in Gilgil. The weather is quite sunny. Do you want to give us an update on what's happening in preparations for the World Ranger Day?
That we are. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. My name is Polnari Javans Mwandiga, the commanding officer, Forest Law Enforcement Academy. Our mandate as Kenya Forest Service Training Institute for Rangers. We draw our mandate from the Forest Law, from the Forest Conservation and Management Act of 2016, where our major task is to train service personnel from the rangers, technical personnel, professionals, and other stakeholders on forest protection.
When it comes to the training, what exactly do you take the recruits through?
I will take them through rigorous training, especially physical training, drills, and also service laws and other related laws to ensure them that they enforce as they take their duties in the field on forest protection. More so, the rangers are taken through various units, about 21 units, to ensure that we impact the necessary skills, knowledge, and competences that will allow them to do their work in all the stations that will be deployed after the training.
I've seen there are so many activities that are happening at this particular place. Perhaps how many recruits are here and for how long are they being trained for?
In this particular area, we are training about 2,700 recruits. They've been taken through by about 140 instructors to train on various skills that will be used as they complete their training. They've been here for the last 4 months, since 3rd April 2023, and they are expected to complete their training at around early October, where they've completed the 6 months training.
For anyone who wants to come and join and be trained to be a ranger, a forest ranger, what are the qualifications? What are you looking for?
For a ranger, we look for, first they must be Kenyans of between 18 to 28 years old. People of sound mental health, and also they are taken through medical tests during recruitment to allow them now come and take this rigorous training, which requires a lot of somebody who is totally who can make a judgment on the work is going to do in the field. First, they must understand how to work with the communities, especially the forest neighboring communities, on the protection, conservation, and the management of our forest resources. So we have to take people, trainees, who are ready to work with us and who are ready to share the knowledge with the surrounding communities, intelligence collection, also the assistance also in issues of investigations during their forest patrols and also when they are performing the protection duties.
During other recruitment processes, we normally see, especially for the police, we see them look for at your teeth, your feet, your height. Is that considered also in this particular recruitment? All
those qualifications are considered. They should not have any scars to indicate that maybe they're injured in other areas. They must have also the heights that are acceptable, just like in other agencies.
What is the recommended height?
5 feet and 3 for ladies, and 5 feet and 5 for men. So the rest, make sure that the feet, all the posture should be that of a soldier. Mm-hmm. So we have to look for those during recruitment, so that during training, we don't encounter any difficulties in training such a ranger. Mm-hmm. Must have all those qualifications to be recruited and join the service.
You said how long does it take to train them?
It takes 6 months. But for other courses that may be skill improvement courses, maybe potential, maybe command courses, some take between 6 and 9 months, depending on the area of specialization.
With the changing technology, we've also seen that there are so many things that are evolving. Have you also incorporated that in your training to ensure that they're able to cope with that when they're released to the field?
Actually, technology is one of the areas that will be taken through during the training. The use of technology is key, especially as we encounter the dynamics of insecurity and other threats affecting forest resources and also the country. So they're taken through issues like we call Survey 1 to 3, where they use technology to detect crime and report in real time. So issues of drones is also introduced in the Kenya Forest Service operations, so that the rangers, as they patrol, there's also technology applied to get to where the crimes are taking place through such kind of technologies. In terms of communication also, we're using equipment that can report real time and also record the incidents that are happening on particular areas that have been cited where destruction or maybe other crimes are taking place in the forest.
When it comes to surveillance, apart from the use of drones, what are the other techniques that you're training them to use?
The main techniques we are trying to train them, first of all, is the detection of crime, and ensure that instead of using so many rangers to detect a crime, through technology, we can have a very few who can go and reach the places where the crime is, using the shortest routes through technology, where they're guided by their phones. We've got phones that have been designed to direct the rangers to areas where there is crime is taking place through what we call satellite imaging, through our GIS section in the headquarters. The phones are linked with the rangers with the GIS system, where any crime that is taking place is detected through satellite, and it appears on the rangers' phones. So the phone, they get the distance where the crime is taking place, the nature of the crime, and also they give the shortest route to get to the areas where crime is taking place in the forest areas. So we are using GIS phones to get the communication using those satellite images. So that's another area our rangers have been taken through, so that as they graduate, they are ready to take up the tasks. We also have aerial surveillance. There are some crimes that take place in areas where it is deep in the forest, where we use now aerial surveillance to detect. And those aircrafts are fitted with GPS systems, where they record the coordinates that are used to direct the rangers now to get into those areas where the crimes are taking deep in the forest. Also, we are using also on the ocean. We've got what we call we are using our boats, which are fitted with systems that can direct rangers to where crimes are taking place along the coastline, where they're fitted with the GPS systems for those teams that are doing surveillance on the ocean. So currently, from the land to sea, we are training our rangers on how to detect crimes on all those areas. So after they come out, we assure that the mangrove areas in the coastal regions are safe, and also our terrestrial forest in the land, they're also very safe. That is through technology, thorough training, physical training, and also use of modern equipment to actually respond to their duties.
There are different challenges in different forests. Let's say the challenges in a forest like Boni is different from the challenges in Mao or in any other forest. How do you ensure that they are trained to fit these different challenges that are experienced in different forests?
Yeah, we're training them through certain techniques which will be at par with other security agencies, so that when they're deployed in those areas like the North Rift and also in the Boni areas, they can work with those teams in the ground so that they can, the techniques they're using, they should be equal. They should not be under threat. They are equal to respond to all those threats, especially in weapon use, detection of crime. Actually, we are training them through what we call multi-agency operations, where they'll work with other agencies to ensure those crime-prone areas which require teams from the national government, they team up together and work. So their training must be at par with all those other agencies in terms of crime response, detection, and also how to mitigate those crimes.
Given that they closely work with the communities, what sensitization methods are you using to ensure that they have a good rapport with the community when they go to the field?
Yeah, we train our rangers to work with the communities, what we call the communities forest associations. So those communities in all forested areas, the forest neighboring communities, they are organized groups where we take them through on how to report intelligence on where crimes are taking place, and the people who are performing those crimes, they come from the communities. So as we work with the communities, we get very good information. So we take our rangers through that kind of how they integrate with the communities and ensure they share the challenges within all forested areas to see the people who are taking, maybe who are performing those, or taking the people who are involved in crimes are detected early enough through the community information. And also we train them on how to work with the communities to ensure they respect the fundamental rights of the communities. So we take them also through the Bill of Rights, that's Section 4 of the Constitution, to ensure that as they do their duties, they don't use a lot of force to arrest those offenders, and also they ensure that they obey the law. So those are some of the areas we are taking them through, so that we don't fight with the communities as they did.